What's up, Chiefs Kingdom? Noah Gray here, tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to Josh's channel and check out showmefootball.com for more.
What is up, Chiefs Kingdom? Welcome back to another video on my channel. My name is Josh Fan of showmefootball.com and arrowheadaddict.com. And we got a little bit of breaking news to talk about because the Kansas City Chiefs had made a free agent signing post-NFL draft. Now, it was expected probably that the Chiefs would explore the free agent market a little bit to try and fill some needs that they maybe didn't quite get to hit in the NFL draft. But they went out and made a signing today that kind of surprised some people, including myself. They signed former Tampa Bay Buccaneers left tackle Donovan Smith. According to Nate Taylor of The Athletic, Donovan Smith is signing with the Chiefs on a one-year deal worth up to $9 million per source. So the language is important here. First of all, up to $9 million. So honestly, when I first saw that, I thought to myself, $9 million is kind of a substantial amount of money at this point in free agency for a guy that I think is going to be a backup tackle on this team, which we'll get to that in a minute. But, $9 million is substantial money. But when they say up to, that means a lot of it is going to be incentives based on whether or not he actually plays or plays that much. There's going to be a lot of incentives, I imagine, that are centered around his playing time. Otherwise, this is probably going to be a pretty low base salary. And obviously, the Chiefs don't have a ton of cap space right now, and they still have to sign their rookie free agent class. So it would be hard to fit a full $9 million under the cap right now for Donovan Smith. Now, again, when I first saw this signing, I'm thinking, okay, they're bringing him in for some veteran tackle depth, probably a backup. But the way that some of these reporters are wording it, and I'll give you guys some examples. I mean, Tom Pelissero of NFL Network says Donovan Smith has played his entire career at left tackle. Jawan Taylor has played almost exclusively right tackle. If all goes well, that's how the Chiefs will line up in front of reigning NFL MVP Patrick Mahomes after Smith agreed to a one-year deal worth up to $9 million. Matt Verderam of Sports Illustrated says, my understanding is the Chiefs see Donovan Smith as a starter who has significant experience. Smith has started 124 games and battled through injuries last year. The move also keeps Jawan Taylor at his natural position on the right side. So this is kind of concerning to me because Donovan Smith was terrible last year, guys. He was awful for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They cut him for a reason. And my guy Cole from How About Those Chiefs actually tweeted out some statistics. He says a few things. Donovan Smith was ranked 51st overall out of 57 tackles who played 50% or more of the snaps per PFF, and was tied for the second most penalties of all tackles with 13. His overall pass block grade is better, though, and puts him at 34th out of 57 tackles. Cole goes on to say that part of the reason for the dip in Donovan's overall grade is his poor run blocking. He was ranked 56th out of 57 tackles in run blocking last year, and 57th was Jawan Taylor, which I thought was a little bit interesting. I'm not really thrilled about this if it's true that Jawan Taylor is the starter at left tackle for next year, because by all accounts, that's what people are saying, that Donovan Smith, I figured he's just going to be a backup. I figured maybe he's there for some left tackle insurance just in case Jawan Taylor doesn't work out, or, he could even play right tackle worst case scenario, and Wanya Morris has kind of a redshirt year, and Lucas Niang, isn't really trusted to play right tackle. I just thought it was just general depth, okay? But if the plan now is for Donovan Smith to play left tackle, I'm concerned. I'm puzzled. First of all, Donovan Smith, again, he was one of the worst left tackles in the league last year, and he's about to be 30 years old. Next month, actually, in June, he will be turning 30. And then there's also the fact that, usually free agents signed post-draft are expected to be depth guys, or guys that you're taking a shot on that maybe have had some injury troubles or something in the past. The thing is, my point is that you shouldn't be addressing left tackle this late in the offseason. Once the draft is over, if you have any holes that you still need filled, this isn't the time to be addressing that. And so I would be really disappointed, and I would view Brett Veach's offseason grade as a lot worse than it is right now if he waited this long to address left tackle, and Donovan Smith is the answer at left tackle. Because, guys, I think Donovan Smith is a pretty substantial downgrade from Orlando Brown at left tackle. I thought the whole reason, and it would also make them paying Juwan Taylor $20 million a year a little bit puzzling, because we thought they paid him so much money because they planned on moving him over to the left side, which I know there's some concern that he hasn't played on the left side before in his career, but we think he has the athleticism for it. We think he fits the system. We trust Andy Reid and Brett Veach. But if Juwan Taylor's just going to stay at right tackle, then why did you pay him so much money? That would make him like the highest paid right tackle in the league. And you already have one of the highest paid left guards in the league in Joe Tooney, and Creed Humphrey and Trey Smith are going to need contracts soon. It just wouldn't make sense, especially when you look at the bargain deal, really, that Orlando Brown went for. I thought Juwan Taylor could be better than Orlando Brown at left tackle, but if it's going to be Donovan Smith, well, that changes everything. And maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe the Chiefs truly are just signing him for insurance, but these are some reliable sources out here saying that the Chiefs view Donovan Smith as a potential starting left tackle. And again, they gave him up to $9 million, which he's not going to earn that if he doesn't play, but they didn't give him a contract that could earn him up to $9 million if they didn't think there was a possibility he could play and maybe even start at left tackle. This just doesn't make any sense to me, guys. I mean, this is a downgrade from Orlando Brown. You're going to have a turnstile at left tackle for Patrick Mahomes, a year in which we saw him get hurt multiple times, and the ankle was an issue throughout the playoffs, and people were kind of turned off by Orlando Brown and his play. Well, it would not be much better under Donovan Smith, so I don't understand this, guys. Honestly, this one's a little bit confusing. I don't mind Donovan Smith as just general tackle depth, but it seems like the Chiefs are thinking a little bit more of him than just tackle depth. So I'm a little confused here, guys. So I want to hear from y'all. I mean, what do you think of the signing? Do you think Donovan Smith truly is going to start at left tackle? Do you think he could start at right tackle? I mean, what do you guys think of the signing? Do you like Donovan Smith, the player? Personally, I'm not really a fan. I know he's a lot more athletic than Orlando Brown was, but even now that's declined a little bit. Again, he's about to be 30 years old. I don't really see this as a great fit, but I got to hear from you guys. What do you think of this signing? Let me know down in the comments. But with all that being said, make sure you like, share, and subscribe so more Chiefs fans can find this. And make sure you check out my work on showmefootball.com and arrowheadaddict.com. And I will see you all in the next one. Go Chiefs!